is up, cyberpunks and retro nerds? It's Tommy the Hammer, it's Saturday night, and I am in the mood for filthy cinema. I'm talking trash because you guys are on Neon Trash. And the only way to get really down and dirty and trashy is by going to Canon Films. And we're gonna be checking out a movie called P.O.W. The Escape. This film stars David Carradine, and I gotta be blunt with you guys, I've never seen it before. I am a huge fan of Canon Films, and I'm not exactly sure if this movie is based on the popular arcade game or the Nintendo game, or if the game itself was actually created because of this movie. I really couldn't tell you. I'm anxious to check it out. I'm really in the mood for some mindless cult action movie. So hopefully this is it. I'm gonna dig up that trailer. You know how I roll on Neon Trash. Peep that shit, and when we get back, you're gonna know my opinion on P.O.W. The Escape.
Vietnam, 1972. Colonel James Cooper has vowed to free the prisoners left behind.
Everybody goes home.
Captain Vin is determined to keep them.
They stay here.
Two men in a no man's land, playing a game of trust and betrayal.
We gotta get those guys out of there, and you know it.
David Carradine goes behind enemy lines, where the final stakes are American lives.
Everybody goes home is a slogan.
Speak for yourself.
David Carradine, the prisoner they couldn't hold, is now the soldier they can't stop. P.O.W. The Escape.
So I learned pretty quickly that the movie P.O.W. The Escape really has nothing to do with the video game of the same title. And, I don't think there really is any correlation. I was kind of hoping there would have been. I really loved the arcade game and the NES port. But this movie here, this is kind of a paint-by-numbers, cliched, wartime action exploitation film. And I feel like there are other better movies from this era that kind of get the point across. The one that really comes to mind is the first, Stallone movie, First Blood, Rambo. But this film here really doesn't bring anything new to the table. And at first I thought it was coming from, a different angle. The plot basically sees actor David Carradine, going into the jungle of Vietnam and trying to release these prisoners of war. And there's this subplot with him and the Viet Cong war general about all of them, including, the Viet Cong soldiers, getting to America, escaping Vietnam. And it's kind of an interesting angle at first, but then all of it is completely dashed, thrown out the window with character and, story decisions that are, quite frankly, questionable. A lot of this movie makes no sense. And after that point, after my initial vague, vapid interest, the movie kind of just plods along. There's a couple of moments in the movie where there's some genuine tension. I feel like, the production value for this movie is actually not so bad. Every now and again, Canon Films could release a movie that kind of rises above its overall production value, and P.O.W. The Escape is one of those films. I am a fan of actor David Carradine, but this movie is kind of the pits. So out of 10 stars, I think I could only award the film P.O.W. The Escape maybe 4.5 or 5 out of 10.